Hi everybody, my name is Hannah and this is Pepper and Pine, and I have another form drawing tutorial to share with you. We are up to lesson number 5, and all of the other lessons we have done so far are linked down below in the description box. Just going to quickly recap. Lesson 1 was the introduction of the straight and curved lines, and then we moved into patterns with straight lines, and then we did our curves, and we're going to continue with the curves again today. Now, for our pre-lesson activities, we are going to just use some of the projects that we've already done. My children did this project last time, and they can go ahead and trace those different shapes with their fingers. This is the one that my daughter made. This is the one that I made, and I'll probably have her trace this one as well as this one. This one was done with embroidery floss, and it actually feels really good to run your fingers through the design. So I'm going to hand this over to my 11-year-old son, and my 6-year-old is going to join us in a minute. She's still playing, but she's nearby, and she can go ahead and work on this one while I show you the main lesson books and the project, or rather the lesson that we're going to do today. Now, in the interest of saving time, I am going to choose the crayons for them because that seems to be a lengthy process no matter how I try to make it faster. And I'm going to show you the lesson that we're going to do today. Now, I also want to say that we actually started lesson 5 a couple of days ago and only did this much of it. This is my daughter's work. And
we did the full page.
No, you weren't here for that actually. This was last Friday and today is Monday, and she wanted to do a form drawing lesson with me, and so we got started on one, and then it quickly just kind of fell apart. Now, that day we did do a lot of our pre-lesson activities, but we are not going to do as many today. We're just going to be working on the projects I just showed you. But I want to say that we've already started with our border and a couple of forms. And I am going to give my son his book so that he can at least get his border set up. And let me move these main lesson books aside. Our previous lesson was kind of all over the place. I know it doesn't exactly look like that in the video. That one is also linked down below. Check it out. It was a really hot day, and it's only been a few days, and now it's a really cold day. Now, that hot day just took us by surprise. We were just really not in a focused space. The lesson took long. I think that's a 45-minute video, and the entire lesson took about an hour and a half, which is really long, but there were so many interruptions. And that is something that is, part of life and homeschool. So my children right now are still working on their pre-lesson activities, and I would like to just talk a little bit about the lesson that we're going to do today. So we've already started doing these different shapes, and I feel like my daughter needs a little help with these shapes. My son, who is 11, is doing this because he enjoys it. This book is for ages 6 to 10, and you can really see the difference in his ability to control his writing utensil and, is it called a writing utensil? Well, writing implement? Well, that is red. He just is able, that's beautiful. Yeah, can I, not yet? Okay. He's just able to control his work a little bit better. I mean, he's older. Today we're going to work on these designs here, and I'm not sure if you can tell, but there is two lines that are very close together with two different colors. And it's really beautiful, and it seems easy, but it's actually pretty challenging. So we're going to work on that. Then we're going to move the shape to the side, because so far we have, or rather upside down and to the side, because so far we've only worked on the shape this way. And so that is the plan for today.
It's upside down, I think.
That's okay. That's okay. No problem. Then we're going to be doing that shape a little bit later anyway. So we'll just work it out. He did it upside down. No big deal. He did it this way to copy. Oops, goodness, I almost ripped that. He did it this way to copy us, but his book is actually this way. So we will try to remember that when we get down to about the last line, we'll start going in the opposite direction so that his mistake is actually not a mistake. So, I cannot remember what I was going to say. I am still waiting on my children to finish their pre-lessons, and I'm going to let you take a look at that. I am going to read this section here so that I can see if there's any special notations that I should, or rather special notes, special instructions. Boy, it's one of those days. Okay, I'm going to read this to see if there's any special instructions for me to help out while I am doing this lesson. Pre-lesson activities? No? Maybe? Thinking about it? Let me see. Oh, lovely. Nice. Did you do this with your eyes open, or did you feel these with?
I saw them and I did some.
Okay, that's nice. All right, so let me put this aside. Let's see. Doesn't that feel good? It feels really like kind of, I don't know, meditative, I guess. All right, so the children are done with their pre-lesson activities, and I've lost them. They've taken off. I had to go do something for a moment, and that's what happens often in our homeschool. I'm going to take this minute just to get the crayons ready, and I'm going to use the colors that are in this lesson, that are suggested in this lesson. So I'm going to use, it looks like a maroon, a green, this beautiful golden yellow, and this color. So this, that would be yours.
Wait, why?
We're going to use the colors that are in the book for this time. Oh, and the blue. And so would you like to do you want me to pull them out for you?
Yeah, I got it.
So the maroon, a blue, green. Actually, that's probably not a good idea to stack them up that way. And this color, which is the golden yellow, and the red orange. All right, so I'm going to put these aside. Yep. I'm going to put this aside, that way it's easy for us to always have the things that we need.
I want the black one.
You want, okay, sure. There you go. And let's move this aside, and this is done. And let me move, hold on one second, Pumpkin. Here's your, oops, gosh, we have a lot of extra stuff here. Okay. Yes, that looks about right. Okay. So let us continue.
Why does it say those colors?
I just see the colors right there, and they looked really beautiful, and so I thought we could use the same ones. So now we're all
I like these
on the same
colors.
Those are beautiful too. We still have sand here. Could not believe that. All right, so for today's lesson, instead of trying to squeeze all three of us in frame, which has been a problem in the past and also does not give, one second, Pumpkin, does not give my daughter enough comfortable room in order to do the forms, I'm going to have my son off to the side where he can see us, but we're going to just have these two, and I need you closer to me, that way you have an easier time. Is that about a good position for you? Okay. And let me move this. And like this. Okay? Yes. Maybe, yeah. All right. Let's start with, we have red up here. Red or this maroon color. Let's do the maroon color actually, because that's what we have. And we're gonna skip doing the remainder of the line. We were trying to do something that didn't really work out last time. We're gonna work on making our curves almost like a U. You're making them almost like a bowl shaped. For this next line, I want us trying to make it as much as an upside down U as possible. And to prepare for that, I just want you to run your finger the way that I'm doing it right here, so that you can just get the feel for going up and around and down.
That's our nose.
You can do it with your nose too. Okay, but for right now, and I'm gonna move your paper all the way right here. Oops. Oh, that's not going to be good. I see. We're having some technical issues. How about right here? Is that good for you? It's right by your head. I'm really sorry about that. Let's practice. I have a really good idea, my pumpkin. Let's trade places. That will solve all of the problems.
Thanks.
Yeah. Is that better? Yeah, and then I don't know why it took us 5 lessons to figure that out. And that way, I can move this way. and move this way. You're in frame and I'm in frame, and it's all worked out. Okay, so let's with our finger practice that form again. If you're right-handed, use your right finger, and later we can practice with our left hand. And I'm just gonna go above and back down again. And then I'm just going to go forward and backwards. So darling, how about you try putting your finger this way? And we don't need to rest it this time because that will give us a really small form. Let's go ahead and just use our finger in this manner. We can go up and around. So how about you try, I have a solution for you. I'm going to do 2 little dots here. And I would like you to connect those with your finger. And I want you to get as high as this dot right here. Excellent. I think that's what we're gonna do for a few of them. Let me make you a tiny little grid here. And I want you to get as high as this line right here. Let me make you another one here. Okay, and why don't you use your crayon to do a nice curve like that? Can you try that? And you can start with this one, and then you just want to get as high as that.
Almost.
Yes, exactly like that. Yeah, almost. Okay, so try it again.
Can I see that?
Try it again.
Can I switch again?
Here. I'm sorry, what?
Can I switch again?
Okay, yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. Yeah, take those. All right. So, shall we try it again? All right. So you did really well. I think we just want to practice trying to get a little bit higher so that, but not on this line. Hold on, let me make you that grid again. Can you move your arm for a minute? Let's do one point here, 1 point here, and then let's do another one here. I'm going to make you a couple, okay? Oops, I got a little bit crooked. Let's see, let's squeeze one more in right here. All right, so I want you to go slowly with these. You want to try this too? I want you to go slowly with these. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to do one first. All the way up and back down again.
And the second line, can I do bigger ones?
Sure. And then should we try it again? All the way up and back down again. Very good. Well, let's try to hit that top pencil mark. Can you try, how about you try coming up a little bit more, like maybe stand up for a minute, and instead of keeping your hand rested the whole time, see if you have an easier time with your hand up. Was easier or not easier? No? Okay.
It's fine.
It's fine?
This to go like this.
All right, so let's take another color. It can be any color that you have in your little tray. We'll skip the first lines. Let's go to your second line. And take your next crayon, and I want you just to follow the line the curve that you already did, and you can go back and forth if you like. And we're gonna just write. That's okay. We'll fill it in with something else. It's okay. It's okay. Let's see if you can touch the line. I'm sorry, touch the curve, and just go back and forth. See if you can do that. Very nice. Shall we do the last one? All right, so you can either fill in that space or you can just leave it. You fill it in with another color if you want. I'm going to take the green, and whenever you're ready, you can keep the green for this one if you'd like. No? And we're gonna go in with the green now underneath that previous color. For me, it's a golden yellow. Do you see that? All right. Oh, you're already done. Well, let me catch up with you. And are you continuing? Am I following you now? Are we doing a fourth color? It looks like you've already done your fourth color. I'm going to do a fourth color now too. I'm just going to have those colors touch the previous color, and I am going back and forth, so it's not just a single line, it's several lines. That's beautiful. And I'm going to do this one right here. So, okay, can we do this down here as well? You want to try doing that?
Are you doing more for this color?
Let's see, I did 1, 2, 3. I think I did 4 colors.
I know. So we're going to do
Sure, you can do a 5th one if you want. For this one, I'm not going to make mine touch. I'm only going to make it go one time. So for this next nesting curve, try to make it not touch and try to just do one smooth line. Can you see if you can do that? Just so that we add a little bit of something different. Good. Okay. We all caught up? Oh, you want to do another line inside? Or a curve? Goodness. All right, so let's move on to the next line. Did you want to do the green inside of it? Or are you just preparing for the next line? Preparing for, okay. So, this one's going to be a little bit different, okay? We're going to start with a small one. Can we...
Then we go bigger and bigger and bigger.
We're going to do one small, one big, one small. We're going to do a pattern first, but we want to do a small one. So that's a pretty good curve. What I want you to remember to try to do is to make your curves a little bit more like this and less like this, okay? So for this one, a little bit more like this one, a little bit more like this one. But you see how these are really broad? We want to avoid that for this line. We want to do ones that are quite narrow. So for this next curve, we're going to do a nice tall one, a nice large one. Can you do that?
That?
Yeah. And then we're going to, the green's a little bit hard to see. Let's see if we can make it a little bit darker. We're going to do another small one. And then we're going to do a large one. And then we're going to do a small one. And then we're going to, if you have space, go ahead and do a large one. You can take your maroon.
Maroon is the only top option.
No, do you want a different color? You can take a blue. Okay, let's take a blue. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to nest it, but we don't need to touch it. If you touch it, that's okay. And we're just going to do one line, or one curve inside.
Like this?
Very nice, yeah. And then we're going to do a large one in the next one. Are you okay? Are you comfortable enough? And then we'll continue making nesting half circles for the rest of them. Very nice.
Maroon.
Sure, we can do maroon. Now we're going to do, instead of growing ones, we are going to be doing shrinking ones. Can we start with a large one right here? And we're going to try to keep it a narrow. Very nice.
Like this?
And then this next one, we're going to do it a little bit smaller. And then this one, we're going to do even smaller. And then can we do like a little baby one? And then if you have room, you can squeeze in a tiny one. So let's take, I'm going to take my,
Red.
okay, we haven't used this one much. The orange red. And we're going to go ahead and just come right in with just one line, but get as close to your original form as possible. It's a little bit hard to do. It's hard to see where we're going. And go ahead and do a curve for each one. That was even challenging for me.
That one was challenge.
Yeah, because that one is tiny. We did orange red to follow the maroon. And then after the orange red, we're going to do the golden yellow. And we're going to again try to get that nesting.
Challenging.
What did you say?
What challenging?
What was challenging?
Yeah.
It was a really tiny one at the very end. And plus, for me, no, the challenging part is just, it's hard to see where I'm going. Very nice. Now we're going to go in the opposite direction.
And
Or rather, opposite direction? mirror image. We're going to do the mirror image. And we're just going to follow this design. So what I want you to do, and we want, let's do the same color. I think it'll look really nice. Maroon. And we're gonna be trying to possibly squeeze in 2 rows, especially on yours. Yours looks really nice, and you can squeeze in 2 rows so that this row is, you know, on purpose. For you, try to do it up to about here. That way we can squeeze in a bottom row. And we can kind of make it touch. So if you do it like this, you can see that it's kind of touching. Very nice. And then the same for the next one.
Oh.
And the same for the next one.
So it's almost touching?
I made mine touching. They look like eggs. Beautiful. That's cute. And then take the same color that you already used, and you can just keep doing the mirror reflection.
Gosh, I think it's smaller.
That's okay. Mine, you know, mine are struggling the same way. Very beautiful. And then the golden yellow. And you can go ahead and...
What color are you using?
I did maroon, red, orange, and golden yellow. But you can choose whatever color you want. Sorry. Then we're going to wait for 1 minute so you can get caught up.
And what color then?
And then after that will be the red, orange.
Wait, what?
Yep, you're correct. You're doing good. Okay. Next would be the... Can I see your page so I can see? So large, small, small. All right, so right here, well, you've already done your last line. So we're going to go ahead and get caught up with you and do kind of a large, wide curve, and then and then 2 small ones. And that way all of our pages match. Lovely. All right, so let's go ahead to a new page, and you can choose whatever. Oh yeah. Well, we're on. I don't know how that happened. We're on different pages. So go ahead, and I'm really
the same color.
running your page this way. We're gonna keep the same 5 set the whole time. You want the Well, you're going to need the block to do the border. So go ahead and choose any color you want to do the border.
I tossed it because it was like right here, and I went like this, and I tossed it in my hand.
Beautiful. So go ahead and choose. You guys can start your border. Oh wait, hold on, darling. That's fine. Go ahead. That's fine. Go ahead. You can do that. We're trying to use the small edge, but just so that we have more space to do our writing. Did you already do your border?
Me?
Oh yeah. What color do you want?
That one.
The maroon or the blue?
The green?
Okay. Very nice. Are you okay? Oh my goodness. Hit it. Alright, so we are all ready, and now we're going to be doing our forms.
Another color?
And yeah.
Is this halfway through the lesson?
Oh, about maybe.
Can we switch the there?
Oh, okay. Yes, we can go back and forth with that. So if you want to switch,
do his color now. He does this.
Sure. So
yeah, you can come here and you can go there. Here, give me your paper. And ready? We're gonna just push you over a little bit. There you go. So, and then we'll scoot back again at some point. So now we're gonna work on the mirror images. So we're gonna work on forms that look like the letter U, since you guys sort of already, well, you obviously know your letters since you know how to read. So we are going to start with the blue crayon if you wish, and we are going to work on a small
Upside
curve.
down, like a U? Like a
Yep.
U?
That's what it's going to look like. Do you need me to do some little... Oh, beautiful job. Hold on, I got to see that. Hold your paper up. That's just beautiful. I'll need to see it this way, actually. Look at that. That's just beautiful. Hold on to that. And yes, like this. And are we ready to... Okay. So let's go ahead and do a whole row of these. Do you think you can do the whole row on your own without touch? Very beautiful. Okay, I need to show it again. This is beautiful. I love it. So go ahead and continue doing a whole row like that. And you see how they're not touching? That's just how I want it. Lovely. So for this next row, we are going to do 2 that are the same size as what you've already done in the previous row. All right, and for this next one, we all ready? For this next one, we're going to start higher and end at the same space. Beautiful. Excellent. All right, so now we're going to do another 2 small and 1 large.
Like this?
Yes, just like that. All right. Lovely.
New color.
A new color, yeah. What color do you want to do? Do you want to do green? Let's do green. So now we're going to call this the small curve, but give yourself enough room to do, yeah. Okay, then we're going to do a large one. Trying to keep the bottom of the curve on the line, whatever line you have. Then we're going to do a small one. And when you're ready, you can do a large one. And then a small one. And if you have room, you can go ahead and do a large one. Very nice. Okay, so now we're going to do a large one.
Switch colors.
Oh, yes, thank you. Let's do red orange. We're going to do a large one.
Do orange?
No, do the red orange first. Do the red orange first. And here's the pencil. Let me do the little grid marks. I'm going to do it very lightly for you. Well, I want to just show you how large this one is going to be. Because I'm going to show you why. So let me draw it for you first. We're going to do a nice large one like this. Do you see how this one is a lot wider than the ones that we've done before? Let's go ahead and do that.
Like this?
Beautiful. Just like that. And then we can come in with our maroon, and we're not going to touch the line. We're going to come right into it like a nesting line, a nesting curve.
Blue.
Blue, okay. Then we're going to take the blue and we're going to continue doing a nesting curve right inside. Green? Is that good? You want to do green next? Then we're going to do another nesting curve right inside. Then we're going to end with the golden yellow. Beautiful. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to grow it. Would you like to do the same colors?
Yeah.
So let's grow it with this. We'll do the smallest one. We're going to do the exact same thing, but now we're going to go in the opposite direction. We're going to start. No. We're gonna do it the same. So start with your red. Start with your golden yellow, and you want to just give yourself enough space. I didn't actually do it great, but anyway, you want to just give yourself enough space so that it's centered so that you can grow it. So the next color is green. We're gonna grow that right on top of it. And then blue. And after blue is maroon. Oh, you guys are doing lovely. And the last color is the red orange. Okay, very good.
So do it big.
Yeah. Now we're going to turn the whole form on its side. You can do the red orange to begin with, and we are going to be doing it this way. Can you guys?
Small?
We'll start with small. We'll call this small. And let's see if we, lovely. Let's see if we can do another one.
Same color.
Mm-hmm. And then let's see if we can keep doing a whole row of them. If you feel like you can do a whole row by yourself, then I will let you do that now.
Did C's.
Yeah, you did. Beautiful. And then let's change to our maroon. And now we're going to do, I think we could probably do 2 lines more.
Do these two.
Yeah. Okay, so then we'll do,
I'll be able to do
sure.
this.
No, yeah, I don't think so. So let's do 2 that are, we're going to call them small. That's okay. If you want to do 3, we'll do 3. Let's do 3 small. Let's do 3 small because you already drew 3 small. So let's just go ahead and do 3 small. And then let's do 1 large. Well, as big as you can comfortably put it in the space that you have. Then let's go ahead and do 3 small, followed by 1 large one. And if you have the space, go ahead. Beautiful, beautiful. So we're going to do 1 more line here. Let's go ahead and change colors. I'm going to go for the green. I feel like green.
Do we have to do green?
No, you can do whatever color you want. So now we're going to start with the biggest C that fits your space. I'm sorry, the biggest curve that fits your space.
C.
Yeah. It's a preview. All right, you did it. Then we're
Looks like
going
a
to
line.
go to a medium curve and then a small curve. Lovely. And just give a little more space between your curves, darling.
Nest curve.
Yeah, we're not going to do nesting curves. We're just going to do curves that follow one another. All right. Then we're going to do that all over again. We're going to start with the largest one. And then we're going to do a medium one. And then a baby one. You want to work on that? You don't have to go over it again, but do you want to work on it a little bit for the last one? Okay, let's do. Oh, she's already working on it. That's okay.
Do you want to do this?
All right. So let's go ahead and do our last set if we have room. Big, medium, and small.
We're done.
The way I do it is I do the big one and then the medium one is half the size of the big one.
On the other page, can we do something that we only want? Like we
Okay,
want?
so for the last, since
Can I have the box?
this I'm sorry,
Can I have the box?
you don't want the box. Yeah. Since this is, we're going
Can we
to.
pick our own color?
How about we just use these ones for now? And go ahead and turn your page over. Let's
I'm
see.
doing a different color.
Oh, beautiful. I'm gonna copy you. I'm gonna do mine different colors too. So this is Freeform drawing.
Yeah.
Do you want to use the blocks?
Do whatever you want.
Whatever you want. Really should be a curved line and not so much a C. That one looked a lot like a C. That wasn't my intention.
Can we do the other page with forms and not the whole page?
Sure, if you want to continue and do forms on the other page, you may do so.
And so how about one page can be the other thing and one page can be the other thing?
But then this is the end of the lesson. We're going to make this a shorter lesson than we normally do because...
Can I have maroon and blue to do my form?
Do you... Oh, for the border?
And blue.
All done?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so that concludes our lesson. I have linked a couple of videos on the screen if you're interested in seeing some of the previous lessons that we've done in our form drawing main lesson block, and if you want to see some of the things that we're doing for first grade, you can click on screen as well. And if you want to see what we're up to on a daily basis, you can find us on Instagram at Pepper and Pine.